Hey folks, I'm Mr. Moth. I'm bringing you a 3 versus 3 in the Operation Market Garden mod for Company of Heroes. Today we are playing on Formigny, and we'll take a look at the players and get started on the... Whoop, come on camera, there you go. On the axis here, we've got Stormtrout as Panzer Elite, as well as Array Assassin and Halloween as Wehrmacht. And then on the Allied side, we've got Sneakerhead and Area as Americans, and Unlimited here as Brits. So we'll start us off in a sort of slow motion mode to take a look at what we've got. Got a accelerated half track here, that's what this little icon means. They've got go fast on it. I don't remember the exact option, but I believe that means Area is armored. But I feel like he usually plays infantry, so I'm not sure. I don't remember what that does. We've got infantry start here from Sneakerhead with an MG and some support weapons. From Unlimited, he's playing as Canadians because he's got the Devil's Brigade commando team here, as well as some Boys AT rifles and a UC and a Stuart. Stormtrout, as we saw in the opening, is starting with 2 scout cars, which is exciting, and a whole bunch of Fallschirmjägers. So we'll have to see how that matches up against the rifleman from Sneakerhead. Sneakerhead does have a machine gun, so at least he's got that going for him. Here come those quad 50s. This scout car is going to be no match for that. Now, Array Assassin does have some Panzerschrecks, but you got to be really smart with those Panzerschrecks to have them not be mulched by 2 quad 50 half tracks, right? You got to use buildings and cover and so on. A lot of machine guns from the Allies, actually, not just Sneakerheads, but also 2 from Area, which is going to make these Grenadiers from Array Assassin have a real hard time imminently. And they are suppressed. Rai does have his own MG coming up, but the thing is, this machine gun from Area is in green cover, and Rise is in the open. So I don't really expect that to bode too well for him, but at the very least it's a Terra MG, which self-casts an accuracy bonus. And you can see that Area is already going to try to get out there and use his other machine gun to cover him instead. Over on the right, Halloween is starting with a stew, as he has been doing lately. 2 veterancy bars on that one. So Unlimited is going to want to try to get these Piats in position, but there is an MG watching them. So he's got to be careful. There goes the Stuart from the Stormtroopers by Halloween, but that Stormtrooper, only one survived that attack. Oof. Not sure if the Stormtrooper has a health kit. It's not healing. Interesting. Alright, here come the quads again. We've got these Fallschirmjäger suppressed, and Area is doing a great job here not getting too close, because it's very common for Luftwaffe players to buy the upgrade that lets their Fallschirmjägers shoot 2 Panzerfausts whenever you use the ability, so he doesn't want to get within range of that, and he's just suppressing them and dealing damage at range with the quads and the 30 cal. Here comes the Faust on the Jeep. And it looks like this guy is trying to use the second one, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's the second one. I'm not sure, that might be it doesn't matter. Anyway, one of the quads goes down, that's the important part. Grenade from these Grenadiers, very aggressive Grenadiers, facing down this MG and getting the grenade off on the 30 cal. Nice pinpoint hit. Over on the right, it seems to be going a little bit more slowly. Looks like Unlimited is still sort of struggling to deal with this stew. Having a hard time getting his PS in position, but looks like he might be able to get some shots off now. He's also got these mines here, but these sappers are taking a lot of damage from these pioneers in the building. One good hit from the stew could take him out, and nearly does, for very little damage on the stew in return. A very aggressive move by Sneakerhead here to try to steal this Axis mortar, and it looks like with the assistance of this machine gun, he's going to get away with it. Gonna lose a BAR squad, and also a regular squad with it, but I would think that's worth it. Wehrmacht Grenadwerfers are, I won't say much stronger than the American counterpart, but they are definitely stronger. I think that's worth 2 rifles to grab. There goes that Jeep. I feel like a dummy. That was probably a Panzerschreck earlier rather than Faust. Anyway. Stu's working on this MG. Very lucky for Unlimited not to take any damage on the crew there. Area, of course, setting up his signature machine gun nests. So many machine guns from the Allies, and given the very infantry-focused start from most of the Axis players, it's certainly not a bad call. Incendiary grenade going off from the Fallschirmjägers here are going to take out one of those machine guns, and this one looks like it's in danger as well. Sneakerhead trying to get that triple vet anti-tank gun out of there. Definitely wants to keep that alive. Veterancy on anti-tank guns is quite powerful. So if he can keep that crew alive, that's going to be handy later on in the game when Stormshots start fielding more vehicles. Now that said, he's playing as Louved, so maybe he won't have too many, but surely his... I know Hollow's running, you know, lots of vehicles right now, particularly the Stu. He's got Stus and so on, so... Uh-oh. This anti-tank gun might be in trouble, although it looks like the Fallschirmjägers are retreating against all these rifles. They are powerful, but with the amount of health they've got, it looks like they're actually going to stand and fight to try to protect this pack gun. But I suspect that pack gun's going to get decrewed. Big mortar hit's going to suppress this rifleman, though, and the MG coming in as well. Big grenade hit's going to take out two guys, but I think the pack gun... Where is the pack gun? Did it get decrewed? Ah, it did. And there's nobody nearby to crew it. Certainly not these riflemen from Sneakerhead. Now we've got some grenadiers coming from Rye who can grab it. Yeah, these Panzerschrecks Fallschirmjägers from Stormtrout are putting in some work. They've got 5 infantry kills on them. That just shows you the potency of Fallschirmjägers. I'm rather... I mean, Stormtrout's got to have a medic half-track, right? Am I understanding Panzer Elite wrong? Medic half-tracks are not a doctrinal thing. Are they? I don't play much PE. Got a repair bunker here. Trying to fix up the Stu. These Devil's Brigade have gotten, ooh, got the Stormtroopers here too. These Devil's Brigade have gotten awfully close to this machine gun. Halloween's moved it back, and it looks like even though these Devil's Brigades are close, he's just doing an attack round with the Stu to try to take them out, and he does after they get revealed by the Stormtroopers. Another grenade from Rye Assassins. Rye Assassin is really liking these grenades, it seems like, and does a lot of damage to this MG crew, but doesn't manage to take it out completely. It really just means he's sort of throwing guys at this, and when you've got upgraded troops like this, that's sort of a problem. We do have a Flak Fearling coming up from Stormtrout, which is exciting. Don't see those terribly often, but it would be a really good protection for his mortar half-track to try to take all these support weapons that the Allies are using here. Sneakerhead coming up with more riflemen. More riflemen. I wonder what Stormtrout's sprinting up with these Luftwaffe infantry for. I guess just to get them in cover aggressively. But we have the Crocodile from area, and the cooldown on these Luftwaffe troops after the sprint. They're not having a good time. Thankfully for them, the Panzerschreck paratroopers are here to try to force them back. The problem is they are still very injured, right? One nice roll of crits from that Crocodile could take them out, or alternatively, as has just happened, some hits from that, presumably, yeah, this captured mortar that Sneakerhead has. Looks like Halloween Stew has been fixed up. Either that or it's a new one. It's got 6 kills on it though, so I think it's the same one.
Reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Looks like that veteran AT crew was taken out. In fairness, it wasn't really getting a huge amount of mileage. He really just wants to keep it crude so I can't get captured. But unfortunately, he's moving it away without backing it up. He's letting the crew move forward, which means they're not getting cover. Very wisely using the Jeep to push these guys around so they can't finish off the crew, and they're going to get out by the skin of their teeth. Also with the assisting cover from... Ooh, what's going on over here? The Crocodile. Looks like Unlimited is... Well, I mean, I was going to say not doing great, but they do have... He has pushed up past the halfway line here. It's just, it seems he lost some stuff recently because there's all these troops in the back. What's this? An M10 tank destroy. Oh, this is the Achilles, isn't it? Hey, so Unlimited has been playtesting the Achilles and tweaking it. I believe it's primarily a defensive unit, meant to be sort of dug in the way that the Canadians used it in the real lives. Sort of a weaker 17-pounder gun than the Firefly, but it gets like cloak or some nonsense, slower turret rotation. I've not used it myself, I don't really know what to make of it. Yeah, there's the cloak. So if he can lure that stew up a little bit closer, it looks like though Halloween would know that the M10 is around because it's got some damage on it and a couple of infantry kills, so perhaps he's not going to be so bold. New Panzer on from Rye Assassin. The Allies do have some AT. We got that AT gun and the Achilles. And another AT gun, so he's going to want to be careful with that. Where's that verbal gun gone anyway? Has it been taken out? Might be. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Lots of AT here. I think this Panzerschreckfall is going to get away. Only just. Oh, the mortar. He's okay. Oh man. Holy cow. So, some big damage hits on this Panzer from the Allied anti-tank now. Main gun. And destroyed. It is suddenly daylight. That is a very brutal lightning effect that's going on, or it's just the sun has come up. Map is much brighter now. Anyway, who cares? Yeah, this is the same stew. Ooh, 12 kills on it now, taking out that MG. This poor sapper plinking away with his boy's AT rifle, and now fleeing for his life. Ugh. I think with these Fallschirmjägers here, his days are a bit numbered. Oh, the mortar hit! These allied mortars have been doing work. For sure. Ooh, stormtroopers are found, but I don't suspect these two riflemen are going to be able to do meaningful damage, especially with that stew there, covering the retreat, right? 13 health between the two guys. Boom. Alright, well there's a mortar. This M10 got pretty banged up, so that's chilling out in the back. Area's Crocodile still not fixed. It's just going to try to use it to chase off these Luftwaffe using just the vehicle itself to perhaps get a crush. One or two mortar hits from the mortar hatchery could take this thing out. I wonder, is he really going to try to repair it with mech infantry? Maybe he just wants to get the gun online and send it for one last suicidal push and then replace it. Wouldn't surprise me. Limited's bringing on some more sappers to fix this Achilles. One of them, the 3-man squad here, is an advanced repair team. I'm a little bit surprised to see a weapon upgrade on them, but Unlimited is famously a fan of the boys' rifle. Sniper on from Rye Assassin. Certainly a good choice to deal with this just crazy numbers of war weapons from Area. Who's surprised about that? That's sort of what he do. Whoa, and now the mortars are getting in a bit of work from the Axis side. Between the sniper and the mortar, took out one of those MGs, so that's a big obstacle cleared. 2 MGs are much more fearsome than one because they can cover each other, but if you've only got one, in theory you can flank them out. Kettenkrad also. Stormshroud has a scout Kettenkrad with the Luftwaffe cloak. Let's see what he can see. Yes, he can see the Crocodile. It's gotten its gun fixed. 16 kills on it. Honestly, that's not bad for a Croc. A lot of times Crocs just sort of come in and die. Right, maybe Spear had a breakthrough, but otherwise they're not really meant to stick around. The fact that Area might get 2 uses out of it is noteworthy. However, if the Axis decides to get aggressive, this is just sort of sitting around getting very slow repairs from the mech infantry. Soaking up pop. So the Allies do have a very small population advantage on the Axis here. They have held this sort of centerline territory for most of the game. Ooh, hang on, hold the phone. The stormtroopers have been found by the Devil's Brigade. There's no MG to cover them. The stew is refacing, but in order to cloak them and conceal them, they have to move more slowly. Oh, nice grenade. Jeez Louise. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. My sympathies to Unlimited. Sneakerhead trying to get off the grenade on those stormtroopers while they're cloaked, but it came a bit too late, and it suppressed the Devil's Brigade so that they can get killed by the stew, which now has 24 kills. Yikes, my dude. Alright, here comes that Croc. What happened to that Luftwaffe pack? There's a pack 40 around here somewhere, last I saw. Not necessary, there's a pack 38, although a rather bold use of it because it's right in front of mechanized infantry and a 30 cal. And it looks like Area is going to opt to keep these troops alive rather than steal the 30 cal with the mech inf. Understandable given that they've got upgrades, but really, I don't know what else he's got in his company, but I have been known to trade an upgraded mech inf squad for a pack gun. It hurts, but these things are so powerful. Especially because Area does not appear to have any tank right now. He's bringing on a short barrel Sherman. And admittedly, the Axis don't really have that many vehicles, but even so. Got some artillery coming down now. I don't see any artillery on the field, so that might just be an off map. But at any rate, Unlimited is just zooming with his M10 into the backfield to try to kill that stew, which has now gotten off the field.
Show a unit is KIA.
Ooh, uh-oh. Area just going to retreat the mortar crew to try to save the vet. Looks like they hit a mine here too, these grenadiers with the captured BAR. But here comes that stick grenade. Dead. Rye's been getting good mileage out of these stick grenades. They do have a longer range on them than the Pineapple, but a smaller AoE. But they are pinpoint accurate, so he's been getting some good throws off, taking advantage of that extra range so that you can still throw them while suppressed. God, I captured 57 from Storm Trout. Wonder if it's got AP rounds. That's always a big get. More quads from Area. This is great. Fortunately, there's 2 AT guns in this area, so we'll have to see how this goes. I don't foresee these lasting terribly long. Although, here comes the Sherman. So, this is going to go down. I expect the quad to as well, yes, but now there's only 1 AT gun. But there's the Panther from Halloween to replace the stew, which is going to put a heavy pin on this, and this is the point at which, you know, really you'd rather have that pack gun that you could have taken with the mechanized infantry than the mechanized infantry, which seems to have died anyway. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, right, 1 Panther wipes this, whereas if we'd had the pack, right, that would have forced the Panther to back off, almost certainly. Now, Sneaker does have... Ooh, that might be AP rounds. Sneaker does have this 57 in position here. I suspect that's probably the one that he's had since the start of the game. Oh, yeah, that's definitely AP rounds. 2 shots. Take out 2/3 of the Panther's health. Damn. Sniper's still on, though, from Rye. Only 9 kills, though, for the amount of time it's been on. You'd like to see him get a bit more aggressive with it. Looks like he's trying to deal with the anti-tank gun with the help of Stormtrout's Boys AT. I think you can you buy AT rifles for Fallschirmjägers? I forget. That was like an experimental thing at one point. I can't remember if you can still do it. This might just be a captured boys. At any rate, it looks like that's going to get away. Here is that artillery from earlier. Unlimited has a quarter-pounder on. 25-pounder if you prefer. I would love to see this Jeep kill this mortar, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. Some Gerbsjägers on. Gebirgsjägers from Stormtrout. Those are fun. These are essentially an equivalent to the British recon section, except they have fewer men and can cloak and cover. Pretty nasty unit. They always give me a hard time anyway. Uh-oh. Okay, here comes artillery on the healing station. As well as the 25-pounder firing on the mortar half-track. Gets the damage engine and a big chunk of its hit points. All the rest of the troops look like they're going to get away. Did they get any kills with that opening barrage? One. But it looks like this is a heavy mortar barrage on the triage, which means that's gonna die. Unless it's... yeah, it's Sneakerhead. So I don't think Sneakerhead is infantry die. I don't know what doctrine Sneakerhead is. But point is, heavy mortar barrage, unless you have the infantry doctrine building hit point upgrade, is just gonna kill it. It's a very long barrage. Here's that pack gun, the Luftwaffe pack gun. Ooh, okay, here come the jeeps after the sniper. Where is that sniper? I should have put it in a control group. Here it is. Okay, they're going after it. They've got the general direction. They see, they smell blood, and they found it. Now we've got an artillery barrage going down. Certainly a good target. I think they got the sniper. Looks like they did. Gonna friendly fire these jeeps with the artillery, but they've done their job. The goal here was to kill these grenadiers and/or the pack and/or, you know, box in the sniper in the event the jeeps couldn't do the job. Looks like, oh my god, is this jeep gonna get the pack? Is the jeep gonna get the pack? No, there's no way. I think the jeep got the pack. Do we have any vehicles to capitalize? I don't think we do. Bergsjäger's in a bit of trouble too. Now we have an 88 going up from Stormtrout to replace that flak feeling from earlier. The Bergsjäger's gonna try to get out, save that 2 bars of vet. He's running. And it looks like he's gonna get away. That captured mortar seems to have changed hands. And is now gone from the Panther, slipping up and getting some cheeky hits on. Ooh, there goes that pack. Sneakerhead trying to capture it, but a bit nice, just square hit from a mortar. Oh god, that hurts. Ooh, that would be very frustrating. But big consolation prize. They managed to capture the Pack 40, the Luftwaffe Pack 40. So, not too bad. I don't know if the Allies do have a secondary triage station way all the way in the back, but it's going to be a bit of a run to go get to. Prudent for sure, you know, to make sure it doesn't get destroyed. But, you know, like mortar teams like this that desperately need it, you have to take them off the front when they are doing so much damage to the enemy. Right? You got to send them back, and then you might forget about them, and then they're not on the front line shooting bombs. Deacon mortars, there goes one of Areas. And this Panzer IV is going to try to get this bunker, but there's no way it's going... Wait a minute, do these bunkers block line of sight? Oh. Guess not. Either that or he came around the corner there. It looks like they do. It looks like they do block line of sight if I was observing that correctly, but the Panzer was moving too much, so it didn't really matter. So big hits from those 2 AT guns on Rise Panzer IV, and he's going to have to back off and get repairs. Looks like that repair bunker is still up. It's servicing the Panther right now. I don't see any other ones to go with it. Obviously, Stormtrout wouldn't have one because he's Panzer Elite. I am, again, rather surprised not to see a medic half-track that I've been able to find as yet. Because I mean, tell me if I'm crazy. Medic half-tracks are non-directional, right? Fairly certain that's true. You know what? I'll double check that after this game so I don't have to keep asking that. I feel like I've asked that question before. Anyway, Cromwell from Unlimited with some standard rifles. You know, I haven't really seen an officer, now that I think about it, from Lieutenant in a while. At least not that I can recall. Wonder what the deal with that is. Haven't seen any LTs. Or captains, for that matter. You'd think you'd want to have captains as OC to get Victor Target going. Here comes the Hellcat to assist the Cromwell, try to chase off the Panther. Making use of that classic flanking speed that the Hellcat was known for to try to get around, but the Panther was too much of a head start backing up. At the very least, the Hellcat managed to get 2 shots in. Unfortunately for it, both of them bounced. Alright. Some Panzerfausts on the Cromwell, but these Fallschirmjägers are trying desperately to get out of here. It looks like they will. But these other Fallschirmjägers need to vamoose as well. Alright, it looks like he's trying to go for the Faust, but he's going to pay heavily for it. Yep, that was obviously not worth it, but c'est la vie. Nebelwerfer now from Halloween, 3 kills on it. That might have already been on the field and I missed it, because it definitely wasn't 3 kills in that barrage. So it looks like Riot Assassin was making a decent foray into Aria's side now, since Aria is over here on the right now building his bunkers. However, it seems like these troops are a bit injured and have gotten caught up in something. Nice grenade though. Riot Assassin is showing us how it's done with these grenades this game at the very least. Regardless of what else is happening, Riot Assassin's grenades have been on point. And it looks like he's just going to commit these squads to do as much damage as he can with the cover of the Terror Machine Gun from Stormtrout that seems to have been recrewed. He's got his Panzer coming up to help. Let's hope he doesn't friendly fire his own troops. Alright, he's got the machine gun to do it. He's going to continue pressing on. No, he's backing off. Another nasty hit from a mortar team from Sneaker, and now he's going to lose these squads. Panzerschreck on the ground. He wants to try to grab that and get that squad out. There we go. Alright, that guy's going to scrape out by the skin of his teeth. It is rather disappointing to see all those weapons get... Yeah, well, he's going to retreat it. That's interesting. It was safe. I'm rather surprised he didn't just back it up and keep it on. You know, I mean, a one-man Panzerschreck squad, on the one hand, is an easy thing to get killed, but on the other hand, it's a very population-efficient Panzerschreck. Now, it looks like Area, having shifted over to the side here, sort of bolstering Unlimited, has taken the lead to push virtually all the way up to the right player's spawn. That's Stormtrout's spawn. He's got this Sherman here with this mechanized infantry, marking Mechan with Thompsons, just going to make short work of this Luftwaffe ground forces. We've got a lot of vehicles that seem to need service. We've got this Panzer IV that just got its gun back up. We've got this Panther coming back to do with the Sherman, but this AT gun here from Area he's paying attention. It's going to reface. Oh no! The immobilize. He hit a mine. And the gun destroyed as well. Yikes. An unceremonious end for that Panther. What's this AA working on? Doesn't seem to have done a whole lot so far. Main gun off on the Panzer again. Here comes the Hellcat. There's not really any anti-tank in position for the Axis. We've got just regular troops coming up here. And there it goes. Now that scout car is going to get taken out as well. Looks like Halloween is going to go for a Nebel Barrage even with the enemies right on his doorstep. If Unlimited doesn't move these troops, he's going to lose a lot if that's what he's going for. But he's not. He's going for the AT gun, and the AT gun is going to get out of the way. Yeah, looks like Unlimited's attention was elsewhere. Unfortunately for Hollow, I guess he didn't know these troops were here, or he just prioritized the anti-tank gun. Because I suspect he would have gotten a lot of really meaty kills if he'd hit that. But, you know, no sense dwelling on what could have been. We've got some Bazooka Rangers from Sneakerhead. Perhaps to try to take out the 88, but in order to do that, of course, he has to get close without getting gibbed. Meanwhile, we've got that Cromwell and an over-repaired Vet 3 command tank. Oh, now this is a foolhardy. Yeah, I don't know what he intended to get with that, but it was not going to work in any reality. Got more stormtroopers on from Halloween, and I mean, come on, my dude. It's 4 Panzerschrecks. I don't know what you expect to happen, but you're not going to get the crush if that's what you're thinking. Riot Assassin's still just throwing grenadiers into MGs over here, though. Area still has this MG bunker up that's been just sort of the anchor point for this left side, and now with this Pack 40 over here and the triage, this is going to be a very difficult nut to crack by one player, right? He's sort of got everything he needs shy of a mortar, but I don't think Riot Assassin has any indirect on anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Ah, there's another repair bunker here, I see. Okay, looks like this 57 has been decrewed and is going to be destroyed by all these stormtroopers and some tank busters? Yes, some tank busters. Come on, Unlimited, get that 17 set up. He's got a wide arc. Is that still? It is. And here's that. Oh! No! We finally got a lieutenant and he just gets gibbed by the Panzer. Sneakerhead's still got these Rangers. They're taking a little bit of casualties, but they're still mostly intact. If he can rally a coordinated push on that 88, he could take it out with the bazookas, but, you know, first you gotta get there. Looks like this machine gun nest stays are numbered, though. Halloween has managed to get his stormtroopers around the side of it. Not terribly difficult because they can turn invisible. And here comes that Nebel again. Well, this recon section has had better days, but that's about all he got. Still, you know, every little bit counts, I guess. We do have the Stuart Rekion from Unlimited, which is just a Stuart hull with a Staghound MG and a broken texture. You know, it's not a terrible unit. It's not great either, though. You know, Staghound machine gun in theory is great, but it also auto-targets like the actual Staghound machine gun, so you can't actually manually target things. If you could, it would be a lot better. But it also provides a lot of line of sight, which in theory is a good combination with artillery, although I don't see that 25-pounder on anymore, and I don't believe I have in some time. Alright, here's that medic half-track. Looks like it's just set up. I haven't seen it just yet, so... Now we're finally get some healing here for the stormtroopers. Bounce from the tank busters on the Sherman. Oh man. Nice from the 17-pounder, crushing that squad in the building. Looks like the bulk of the Axis is huddling up around this repair bunker and med half-track center just to refit their units a bit. And now perhaps they are getting ready for a push on the left. It seems they've just sort of congregated on that side. Here comes Ryasess and leading the charge with more just regular infantry. I assume he's got grenades in there somewhere. Nice hit from the Sherman, though. That nice hit from the tank busters. Say T-gun's in trouble, but we got the Stuart Recce here coming to chase these guys off. Even without the cannon, this Staghound MG is not something that these guys are going to want to charge against. Yeah, Sneakerhead's Ranger's being put back, but Stormtrout's going to run into this MG bunker. Yeah, there it is again. This MG bunker has really been earning its keep, that's for sure. Here goes the Staghound, or whatever the heck you call that thing, Stuart. Is that a 17-pounder Gib on a Stormtrooper? Damn. Very lucky there. 4 infantry kills on this 17-pounder. Damn. Oh, hey! Sneakerhead has snuck a demo wagon, but the guy that was laying the bomb got killed, but he does manage to get off the second try. So he's going to back up, maybe try to get into that half-track and get to the second one, if he knows where it is. Or perhaps go lay some mine. Yeah, he's getting back in. I don't suspect he's going to be able to take out this bunker, but it looks like he's going to try anyway. But with these stormtroopers here, there's no way. Yeah. Might as well just retreat these engineers and save the vet, because this is not going to work. They don't have any vet. Whatever. I mean, such is the life and death of a demo squad. Arion with a long barrel Sherman. Now those you don't see every day. The long barrel Sherman, of course, having a higher penetration against tanks, if they can hit, but a smaller area of effect and a slower reload time. So most players prefer to just use the short barrel Sherman to take out infantry and support it with dedicated anti-tank. Gewürzträger's on from Storm Trout. I didn't know you can get more than one of these. I thought this was a one-off unit. Either way, they're in a bit of trouble, eh?
German target
A lot of trouble, one might say. Yeah, Area has done a really good job just sort of being a thorn in the enemy side on the right over here, keeping this territory capped all the way up while his MG bunker just sort of holds down the fort on the right. Left, I know my directions, yes. Nice rear hit from the Panzer though. Ooh, and nice gib on the rifleman too. Oh, the stormtroopers hit a mine! That Sherman's toast though. Oh man. And since they just have a, it doesn't look like they lost any men. They had 3 both already. Yeah, it was just gonna retreat, probably prudent. Alright, here's a Comet from Unlimited that he's spent some time over repairing. The Comet, of course, no longer being the red-headed stepchild of the mod. I believe it got like a minor buff and a rather significant price cut, and now it's actually not bad. Does look like the... Wait. Is Area doing... What's going on? Area's giving up? Maybe Area's out of stuff. I think Area's out of stuff. Uh-oh. That bodes poorly for the Allies. Because I didn't know who to call it for until now, but you know, maybe I should pay attention to everyone's platoons. Let's double check. So Halloween has got 11 of 14 used. Ooh, dancing with death here with this 17-pounder. Looks like all 3 guys are gonna get out. No, that one guy burned to death. Tragic. Anyway, Halloween's used. He's got 3 left. Storm Trout has got only 1 left, 16 out of 17. Okay, so they found the sniper. I wonder if this Kettenkrad is just going to keep the sniper revealed for the Panzer? Are they going to commit the Panzer with this AT gun here? Oh man, no, there's no way. There's no way. With 3 AT guns. Nice meaty hit on that 57 though, on the AT gun. Unfortunately for Storm Trout, it did get taken out by the Comet just before the 88 got the second shot off to finish off the AT gun. Alright, let's keep our inventory going. Rye Assassin is all on field. So let's double check what Rye Assassin has. Rye Assassin has got a damaged Panzer IV, this Volks squad, and these Grenadiers, and a repair bunker. So Rye Assassin is not in great shape. Unlimited has got 15 out of 18 used, so he's got a little bit left. And here's more officers. Okay, so I guess he was just waiting for the right time to call on officers, like for example calling the captain after the howitzer's already dead.
Troops are taking major casualties out there.
And Sneakerhead has got 16 to 19. So Sneakerhead, okay, so Unlimited and Sneakerhead both have a decent amount of stuff left, but they're otherwise down 1 player. Rye Assassin doesn't have a huge amount of stuff left either, though, so I would say this is still anyone's game. The Axis might have a slight advantage in terms of numbers, but they've also got a lot of static assets. Oh wow, look at how much this was over-repaired, right? Volley from these Stormtroopers, and it just brought it down to 100 lower than their max hit points. And for the price, Halloween lost 3 Stormtroopers for it. 2 Stormtroopers, I should say, but a Panzerschreck, that's the important part. Sniper on from Sneakerhead. I'm going to put this one in a control group this time. And then forget about it. Looks like Rye Assassin was trying to do a back cab, but he he got a little bit ahead of the gun and didn't finish capturing this territory. So these squads are just sort of sitting here and are not going to do anything. Still, when you don't have much left, this is a good use of units, right? Like these Grenadiers can contribute a little bit to the fight, but they can contribute more by backcapping. Unfortunately, the execution leaves a little bit left to be desired, Rye. Ooh, this LT needs a band-aid. Come on, Unlimited. He's got 0 hit points. He's 1 crit away from death. Oh, and now the back cap got found. So that's Rye probably dealt with. He's got, what's this? A machine gun team and 2 Volksgrenadiers. I like this. I like this a lot. He has split these squads up. Send 1 back towards friendly lines and 1 back towards the enemy lines. That way the Sherman has to pick which one to go after. And of course he's going to go after the one that is in danger of capping, which is going to let this squad get away. It is a small move that in the grand scheme of things probably doesn't matter that much. But, you know, it's clever and I like to highlight it. Anyway, ooh, okay, so some nasty hits on the... Yep, and it goes down. He's trying to use flank speed to try to get some crushes in rather than flee. Personally, I would have just tried to flee, but such is life. But, those stormtroopers are now off, and frankly, I would trade a comet for killing stormtroopers. But that's just me, I hate stormtroopers. They're very annoying. And it doesn't solve the problem either, because Stormshot still has these tank busters. God, the suppression on that 50 cal though is just wild. Alright, there's that Sherman down. So, Rice still has this Panzer IV, let's not discount that. His infantry situation is dire, but a Panzer IV can do a lot at this stage of the game. That said, the Allies do have a lot of anti-tank as previously established at length. Including this captured Pack 40, which is basically like a slightly worse 17-pounder, but like the 17-pounder is still really potent. And it does come with the downside of the 17-pounder's gigantic hitbox, so this is probably going to die, and it does. New Cromwell from Unlimited, 2 bars of that. Look at this over-repaired. 761 hit points. Oh, Panzer IV is in trouble. Panzer IV is in a lot of trouble. We've got flank speed going. Nice. Yes, if I recall correctly, I wonder if Unlimited has it, because he's used a lot of Cromwells. There's an upgrade that RCA can get that basically gives, like, increased penetration, I think, with flank speed. So, a very good use of that, if that is what he had, and even if not, nice kill on the Panzer. Finally got this LT healed, but just in time for Halloween Spoomer to take advantage of the wide open flank here with area gone. We've got some boys AT and a UC to chase it off, and this actually is not a favorable engagement for the Puma. Yeah. So the LT is going to live. Now this is a not insubstantial collection of units from Halloween. A Pack, a Mortar, and a Panzerschreck team. How many Panzerschrecks on this guy? 1. Even so. And Halloween still has a unit in reserve as well. What about Storm? Storm's all on. Looks like this healing buildings are dangerously close to being in range of this mortar. Is this a mine going down under fire? It is very cheeky Unlimited. I'm shocked you didn't get punished for that. Putting down buildings in combat is very dangerous for the squad in question. It looks like he's going to commit these sappers to try to take out the Pack, but I don't think that's going to go well for him because we, friends, have a Vet 5 Stu 42 with the Colonel wings on it. I think that's what that is. Fairly certain that's what that is. Alright, Unlimited now all on field as well. So Sneakerhead just sacrificing these walking wounded to scout with. And to draw attention of the 88 for this Bren team to come in, I wonder if they've got demos on it. They've got the, I think maybe he was just trying to use the, no, ooh, decidedly not. Whatever it is they were trying to do, it didn't work. I think we'll spare the speculation. But we have a second 88 on from Stormtrout, so this is a bit of a conundrum for the Allies. We have Doom Fortress Europe here with 288s, a Nebelwerfer, a Vet 5 Stu, some tank busters, an MG, and a mortar. That's a tough nut to crack. And it has got the Axis with slightly over halfway in population, so the Allies are not going to be able to choke them out on pop unless they can find some other way to gain more than half territory. Unlimited has been spending a lot of time repairing his units, and so to a degree it's paid off just because it's kept the tanks alive. Okay, here's that flank speed again. I suspect he does have the penetration bonus. Yeah, 2 frontal pens on the Stu. Main gun destroyed. Here's the pack gun, but he's still got plenty of time left on the flank speed. Dead. Nice. Commiserations to Halloween. I suspect this is gonna die too, though. Certainly worth it, though. Is it worth it in the scale of the game to lose that Cromwell for the Stu? Maybe. But is it worth it in the scale of just the overall situation of things? Anytime you can bag yourself a Vet 5 unit, that's a notch in the belt for sure. And yeah, I am fairly certain that he's got the penetration bonus on flank speed, and that really shows the power of it, right? Because that was basically, I think he's what, like 6 for 6 in terms of shots he's taken while under flank speed, frontal penetration. So I guess that's not an upgrade to be discounted, to be sure. Trying to get the repair teams, it looks like. But not quite. Alright, we've got this Sherman from Sneakerhead. Looks like Halloween's last deployment is an anti-sniper column with no snipers to speak of. However, those are still useful for dealing with support weapons, right? You get around back of this AT gun, for example, even though it's near the healing station, 4 concentrated on that crew will take it out. And also, perhaps more importantly, it can scout for the 88 and give it line of sight. In fact, I think we're going to look at Storm Trout's perspective here for a minute and see what he can see with those. Ooh, the LT is in trouble. The LT is in trouble. The LT is in trouble. The limited. The LT! Ooh, this LT has gotten away by the skin of his teeth. Well, more than mine usually do, anyway. Okay, scouting with the bikes. Schwimmwagens taking out these medics so they can't grab walking wounded. But we've got an AT gun setting up. AT guns have pretty good accuracy against Schwimmwagens and bikes. Looks like the 88 is going to be moving up into this neutral sector. Just creep it to basically use it as a improvised offensive weapon just to choke the Allies out of territory, and perhaps even get it in range of the triage. Let's switch to the Allies. They don't see this, do they? They don't. They have no idea. They have no idea. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding, Arya. You're about to find him. It looks like they're trying to cap on the North Territory over here, but there it is. Oh, look at that! Takes out basically half the health on a single hit, and here come the Shreks to finish it off. And the 88. Now the healing station and the AT gun. And the bikes. Here come those bikes. Schwimmwagens to decrew the crew, provide line of sight, and otherwise waylay it. Yeah, the Axis have this in the bag. A very cheeky play, of which I am a fan, Storm Trout. Well done. And nice coordination with the Schwimmwagens from Malo. Yeah, we're gonna speed this up. I don't foresee any way the Allies can win this. Yeah, looks like Sneakerhead is trying to do the back cap, but it's really not going to be enough, right? Look at the pop. The Axis still have 40 pop, basically. There goes the LT, the heavy mortar barrage. Yeah. Yeah. Does this go any faster than 4? It does. Hoo-wee. Wow, what a game. Now why you gotta go do that? Just save the vet. Oh well. Wowie. We had we have a vet 5 unit get taken out. We had mortar insanity. We had 88 creep, masterful 88 creep, and some really slick grenades to boot. It's pretty clutch mines too. That poor Panther. Ouch. All right. Well, folks, that's the game. We'll play to the Axis. My sympathies to the Allies, but well fought, one way or the other.